minute, even though I'm refreshing my Twitter as I'm recording this video, David Ornstein has not actually validated or confirmed that, meaning Arsenal are in the background trying their best to make sure Man City do not usurp us and get Declan Rice. And aside from that, Declan Rice, Declan Rice, Declan Rice. Now, I think an hour or two ago, I saw DiMarzio saying this deal for Declan Rice to Man City is getting close. According to DiMarzio, now DiMarzio is kind of very, very reputable when it comes to transfer news in Italy. But like, if David hasn't tweeted it, because if you remember, uh, the first bid and second bid were exclusively reported by David Ornstein first. So even though when DiMarzio was tweeting that the deal for Declan Rice to Man City is getting close, I'm sure everybody, all of us were waiting for David to actually validate or confirm that. And up to this minute, even though I'm refreshing my Twitter as I'm recording this video, David Ornstein has not actually validated or confirmed that, meaning Arsenal are in the background trying their best to make sure Man City do not usurp us and get Declan Rice. And aside from that, they melt down this morning about the fact that Man City is getting close to usurping us. Like, you have to understand something. This is not the club's fault, in my opinion. Some of you might disagree. I don't think this is Edo's fault or Arteta's fault or the Kroenke's fault. We are competing a state-owned club. I think second richest club in the world. Aside from that, we are competing against a club that just won the treble, the Champions League, the FA Cup, and the domestic league. We are competing against one of the, if not arguably the best manager in the world. So regardless of some of you saying we should have paid the money earlier, the transfer window is barely 2 weeks. And the nonsense mantra of just pay what West Ham want doesn't work here, because if let's say hypothetically Arsenal go to West Ham and pay them £130 million, what will happen? West Ham will demand for more. West Ham has been hoping for this kind of scenario. They wanted a bidding war so they can milk the situation. West Ham never wanted to resolve this transfer with Declan Rice as quick as possible because they want to milk it. And on the reverse, if Arsenal had the same chance, they will do the same thing. So I'm not going to be too harsh on West Ham. It's part of the game. On the second part, I don't think it's fair for ignorant fans to be bold about insulting Edu, insulting the club, not knowing how negotiations work. Like, there's nothing like, see, I understand the content creators with many subscribers are actually misleading a lot of the fans. Most of you are not educated fans. You guys are following a head mentality, believing whatever this legacy media put to you sometimes. Now, the content creator, we're supposed to actually bring a balance to conversation, bring some rationality to conversation and objectivity. Actually, because of clicks, likes, and YouTube money, even or social media money, going against the truth. See, let me explain it to you. You cannot just go and pay West Ham what they want. You don't negotiate from highest bid downwards. You negotiate from low bid upward. Because if you show your hand, West Ham will continue to increase it. There's a reason why Manchester City didn't just go there and pay overly the top of what we actually bidded for Declan Rice. All they did was they bidded the same thing, but made the payment the amount we paid more upfront. That's what they did. And this myth that Manchester City actually spent free when it comes to transfer, it's a lie. I don't know. I don't understand that fans these days can actually not verify information these days. You're too lazy, or maybe you're too dumb, or some of you are so stupid you can't verify information. See, Harry Kane, Manchester City wanted Harry Kane, and they refused to pay over the odds for Harry Kane, and they pulled out of that race. Cucurella, last season, Brighton rather, were trying to extort Man City. Man City pulled out of the deal. Other deals like that Man City have pulled out, Man City will not overpay. Now, did they pay £100 million for release clause on Jack Grealish? Yes. How much they pay for Haaland? £56 million. Like, Man City are not notorious for overpaying. The teams that are notorious for overpaying are Manchester United, Fortunately, they are broke at the moment. And Chelsea, who are trying to recoup the money for the bad signings they made. So this myth and lie being perpetrated by especially the content creators who are supposed to report fair, who are supposed to report the truth, who are supposed to be balanced, but are doing what the legacy media were doing before they were complaining, are doing the same thing. And can you just, fans, behave yourself and show a bit of cognitive ability? Stop saying just Arsenal should have gone there and just pay the money. There was no fixed price. This is not you going to the grocery store to go and buy a gallon of milk that has a price tag on it. This is a player. You need to negotiate the price. It has no release clause. You need to negotiate with West Ham, and West Ham can move the goalpost as much as they want. It's like you bidding for a house. See, once the owner of the house, the seller, knows there are various interested parties who want to purchase the house, he is going to string the potential buyers along and try to extend it as possible to get the best deal and the biggest money for the deal. Look at what the Glazers are doing with Manchester United. Similar thing. They are going to delay and stretch it to get the most money. And West Ham doing the same thing in the case of Declan Rice. Understand, it's not that Edu or Arteta or the Kroenkes are not trying to get the deal done as quick as possible. The gist is that West Ham not trying to get it done as quick as possible because they feel or think they can stretch it and get more teams into a bidding war so they can get more money. So fans, please stop getting hysterical. Now, even though DiMarzio reported that the deal for West Ham was closer to Manchester City than Arsenal, the English media, the English tier 1 journalists have not confirmed that news. It's been 3 hours. They've not confirmed that news. Even Fabrizio has not confirmed or denied that news, meaning Arsenal are in the background pulling the strings. I am still very hopeful Declan Rice will sign for Arsenal. You can see I'm checking my phone. I'm still hopeful Declan Rice will sign for Arsenal because Arsenal have put a lot of legwork into this deal. Right. I understand Declan Rice might be tempted by the project at Manchester City, potentially best manager, the best team. It's easier to win the Champions League and the English Premiership at Manchester City compared to Arsenal, even though there's a potential that Arsenal can win the league too, but it's easier there. So maybe Declan Rice wants to stay in London and he believes in the Arteta project and believes in Arsenal. That might convince him to tilt and insist and tell David Sullivan he wants to only go to Arsenal. Then this deal favors us. But if he's open-minded to either clubs, I'm sorry, there's no way Arsenal can win this bid. It will be easy for him to go to Manchester City. They will pay more money up front. They have the money, they have the resources. They are richer than Arsenal. Sporting-wise, they are very attractive at the moment. They just want a treble. So it's a daunting task for Arsenal to win. And I want fans to understand. Stop falling for the trope. Stop falling for these people or content creators you respect who are taking advantage of your naivety, who are taking advantage of your fact that you guys have invested so much emotions into this potential signing. Try to look at it logically, understand that you are competing against a juggernaut, a bigger club financially, not historically, a bigger club financially. In recent history, have more success, have the best manager, have the best sporting directors. So the machine of Man City is more efficient than the machine of Arsenal, who is potentially will get to that level. But you have to put those things in perspective. Understand, I'm not here settling for the mediocrity. I just have logic to look at things in perspective, look at the context and the nuances. So let me know your reaction to this potential hijack of Man City. Like I said, I am still relatively confident Arsenal will get this deal done. So let's see what happens tomorrow or this weekend regarding the Declan Rice deal. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Like, share, subscribe. Very, very important. And I'll see you guys on the next one.